We want to get to 8 News reporter Allison Williams now, who's live in Petersburg, tracking that flash flooding that Matt was just talking about. And Allison, you were at the press conference. The mayor declared a state of emergency. What do folks need to know?
Well, Mayor Sam Parham says the Virginia Department of Emergency Management is here in the city helping with cleanup, and officials are urging residents to stay off the roads if it starts raining again. Now, the most interesting part during the press conference was when Mayor Parham said what he blames this whole mess on. He says, of course, there's been a lot of rain in the area over the past few days, but believes flooding could have been avoided with proper funding to make updates to the old drainage infrastructure. Take a look at your screen. These videos show the flooding that was seen here in the area. Mayor Parham says because of the city's old drainage infrastructure, the water has a hard time funneling through the system. He blames the Army Corps of Engineers. They provide engineering services to reduce the risk of disasters. And Mayor Parham says the city of Petersburg has spent decades trying to get funding from the Corps to prevent the flooding we've seen here.
For decades now, shall I say over 50 years, we have been asking the Corps of Engineers to do the proper dredging that needs to be done to open up the harbor channel which leads to the Appomattox River. And what we are seeing now are definitely the horrific effects of the many decades of neglect of Petersburg not being able to get the necessary funding.
Now, it is starting to sprinkle just a little bit here, just so our viewers know, but something I've heard from residents, business owners, and officials all day over and over is that the rain that they saw over the past few days and the flooding last night is something they've never seen before. City Manager John Altman says this isn't something that just happened last night, but the rain from Saturday and Sunday combined felt like a 100-year storm.
Last night we probably received well over 5. I think it's probably about 10 inches of rain last night that we received. So this is overwhelming the system. And in that short period of time, the system cannot handle it, and it just overwhelms it and begins to back up into the community.
Mayor Parham says funding is typically reactive, so he's hoping people that control this funding will see the impacts of these floods and get the funding to the city. But City Manager John Altman, he says that even with the funding, it's not a quick fix, and estimated it could take 10 to 20 years. Live in Petersburg, Allison Williams, 8 News.